Okay, so listen, I gotta make an apology to any illegal immigrants, Latino illegal immigrants that I might have said some really controversial stuff about during this whole ICE invasion on America. You know, I can understand why they mad. And people say, well, why you think that? Because they over here illegally. But the reason why I think that they're mad is because I think that they're mad because they're realizing that they're the only ones being sent back. People fail to realize we got illegal Europeans here too, like illegal Russians, I'm going to say, illegal, especially during the war with Ukraine and what's the another country? I forgot Ukraine and I forgot the name of it. I'm sorry, forgive me. But what is going on right now? A lot of people are fleeing from the Middle East, well, that's the Middle East, but fleeing from the Middle East, Russia, different parts of Europe that are here illegally. And I would be pissed too if I was a Latino immigrant and y'all sending me back, but damn, why y'all ain't sending none of the Ukrainians back or the illegal Russians back home? You just targeting, Mexicans or El Salvadorians, you know what I'm saying? Or Venezuelans. They're not targeting anybody else except for them. So I see so many illegal, matter of fact, I got a friend of mine who told me, he said he know it's a bunch of illegal Ukrainians at his apartment complex. Like he said, cause the way they moving, they look like they just got over here. Like the clothes they wearing, the way they kind of moving, like they're not really sure. He said they over here and they ain't supposed to be over here. You know what I'm saying? You tell they're not used to being in America. They very standoffish. He a black man just walking around. They ain't used to black people where they from. So he said he always stared at them weird, like, oh my God, a black person. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you over here illegally. That's why you're shot by a black man being in the same building that you in. But he said his building is mostly Ukrainians. And he said he thinking what it is, they having some of their friends, family coming over here illegally. And they staying low key at their apartment. I said, of course, I know. And I was like, yeah, if I was an illegal Mexican, I would be, or, Latino, I would say. Let me go ahead and, just put them all together. I would be upset too. If you want me to go, that's cool. But if you're going to make me go, but you're going to let the illegal Russian be here, the illegal Asian person from China or Korea that's over here legally, they ain't supposed to be here. If you're going to target me out, cool, but don't have everybody else get to come here and don't get targeted or ran down the street by ISIS or, ran up on at a job and thrown in the van. Don't do that to me if you're not going to do that to them. So they do have somewhat of a argument, Y'all sending all the Latin people home, but you ain't sending nobody else home from Europe or from Asia. They get to stay. They go untouched by ICE, you know what I'm saying? They not raid none of these Korean-owned restaurant that probably got families that's working there illegally. You know what I'm saying? All of these Ukrainian or Persian-owned stores that they got family working there illegally. So I can understand how they could be upset. They kind of got an argument, but I mean, needless to say, they are here illegally. So, but it's like, damn, you're gonna penalize me and send me back. I can't see my kids. They run up on people on their job. They can't say about it. They can't tell their kids. The kids at school don't know what's going on. But, the Ukrainian, the Asian guy, the Russian, illegal immigrant can just, open up a business, and hire family members to come over and don't get touched. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, that would be unfair. That's very unfair, man. But anyway, this is just my opinion. I just thinking, I just want y'all input. What y'all think? Y'all think they might have an argument? If you're going to send people back this here illegally, and that's Trump's whole get down, send everybody back. Don't just target one group. What y'all think, man? Let's talk about it in the comments. Subscribe to the channel.